Hello, everyone, and welcome to the KTAL News Now Digital Streaming Center. I'm Brittany DeFran, and J. Michael Photography Company began hosting the Creative Ball in 2021 and has amplified the voices of Shreveport's performing arts community for the last 4 years. Now, joining me now here is James Michael. He is here to give us an inside look to the venue and the mission behind this community event. Hi, James. How are you doing today?
Hey, how's it going, Brittany?
I'm doing so good. I'm so excited to talk a little bit about this and get really behind the core of this event and the way that you guys bring the community together for creatives across Shreveport. So let's just start there with, the mission and what inspired, this event, the Creative Ball.
So back in 2019, when we started this publication, one of the main things that I wanted to do was basically bring more of an experience into something that was tied to a print publication, mainly because I felt like there was a real opportunity in this community to present a lot of our artists and culture bearers in the community in more of a fun pop culture style kind of aesthetic. And I wanted to find a way that I could funnel that into the community and disperse it and kind of like give everybody a platform that sometimes didn't always get the type of exposure that I, as an artist, would love to see other artists have. And that's kind of where the magazine kind of came into play. As I'm like, I'm a photographer. I love to take great, photos of people in the community. I've been doing it for several years. We're coming up on our 10 years for photography. And so I'm like, well, I want to figure out how I can start utilizing a lot of my talents in the partnerships and the relationships that I've been able to build throughout that career into something different. So the creative really was born out of, the desire to bring other people together from all different backgrounds in our community that do all different kinds of things, and bring them into a space where we can, celebrate everyone and their talents and what they've, devoted so much of their life and their careers to do, in a way to where people who follow us and read our magazine or that know who we are and what we do, they can actually come into the event and they can put face to paper. Everyone that is on the stage that will be presenting, they're all people that we have written about and have photographed and people have already seen in our past and present issues. So it really is an opportunity for people to come in and really kind of see everything come to tangible life in a really eccentric and fun, energetic way. We do this in partnership with nonprofits. This year, we're benefiting the Renesting Project and Altered NWLA, which are two really great organizations. We always partner with some kind of community aspect because we believe in giving back and using our platform to do a greater good. In concordance with the arts and what we're able to do on that front. So that kind of gives you a little bit of an idea as to what we're doing here and what this is all about.
Absolutely. No, it's a great cause. It's, giving creatives a platform, utilizing the magazine to do that, but then also giving back to the community, as you said, with your philanthropic efforts. So it's really a full circle thing involving every aspect of the community for such a great cause. But of course, as you mentioned, in a very spectacular and fun way, right? You got to make it fun when you're
Absolutely.
doing something good. So I hear that there are performances, possibly some acts that people can see. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so what we do is when we start going into an event, we do this every other year. So it's every 2 years. We look back at issues that we've printed in the past, and we try to come up with a performance pool that would be very eclectic for a show like this. And we partner with those people to see if they would be interested in coming and performing. Fashion designers, I'm sorry if you hear the noise from the lift, they're starting to put up some decor
The
out in the
construction is
venue today.
happening.
We partner with these artists and these creatives within the community to see if this is an event that they would like to be involved in. If we featured fashion designers, we invite them to put a collection together and walk the runway. If we have featured bands, we invite them to come and do a live performance. Basically just finding who is a great fit for this type of venue and this type of event, and who would really love to be a part of it. We don't feature everyone that we have written about and had in the magazine, but we utilize the platform to really kind of sandwich about a 2-hour show into a 5-hour event. So the doors here open at 7 o'clock. The show kicks off roughly around 8 to 8:30, and that will run all the way up until past 10 o'clock. And then we're here until midnight. This year we have 4 different designers. We have the Leaf Shively Band. We have some really exquisite dancers doing some really awesome work. We have DJ Love is coming in to finish out the rest of the show after the main show. We just have a lot of different. It's really kind of a variety show. If I had to kind of give it some kind of description that would make the most sense, it's really just diverse and eclectic in this space as to what you're going to see, as far as even the people that are going to be here, and the people that are performing all together.
And the eclectic aspect of the performances that come to life with also the design, as they mentioned, or as James mentioned, they're under construction right now, getting all the decorations up. That's all attributed to the theme of the event. And oh my gosh, let's talk about the theme here. Tell me a little bit about what inspired the theme, and maybe any teasers on what you're possibly going to be wearing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm definitely just within a margin of error of being a millennial, and I remember growing up, some of the most impactful things of my youth were things that were really just fun during the 90s generation. So we kind of have this event really designed around a trifold type situation when it comes to aesthetic. Like I went through my stage growing up where I was a little grungy, maybe a little bit of punk, maybe a little bit of emo. I don't know how many people did, but I
We
definitely
all had it.
one of
I'm
those
guilty.
people. I eventually grew out of it,
Guilty.
but it was it was one of those things where I kind of remember back on that time and all of the music that kind of that I listened to back then, anything from like dance pop 90s to club 90s to like just other bands that I listened to. So I'm like, I want to really stage an event around that era of my life. And I know that it's really kind of one of those things that a lot of people can probably resonate with. And I think that did resonate with a lot of people because we had a lot of engagement with the theme this year. So really it's when you think about how we're putting it together, it's really kind of back alley posh, very grunge glam. It's very gritty, but it's also very glamorous. So it's a little bit of the marriage of the two aesthetics that it's been a little bit challenging to do, but it's definitely worked out really great. We have, some of our props have even been done by local artists by hand, like this wall that's behind me. That says ball on it in graffiti form was actually done by Ben Moss, who has done a lot of art installations around the Shreveport Bossier area. And so we love being able to incorporate, even those people into what we do on the event level. So it's really fun this year. We had a lot of fun coming up with the design aesthetics. Blue is really kind of our fixated color. We're going to flood the space with a lot of just really electric blue. And then we have a lot of pops of color in a lot of different places. I can just kind of pan, if you're ready to do that, I can pan this around where you can kind of get an idea of kind of just the, the theme of just really strong, dramatic color. Which I think when people eventually, what he's about to hang a lot of drapery work that's going to run all through the venue.
It's beautiful.
And
like that's a local artist who did those draperies right there. Is that correct?
That was the local artist that did the wall that's actually behind me here.
That's amazing.
Let me change this back real quick. So that is this wall, which is in 4 pieces. So it says ball all the way around. And it's actually quite large. It doesn't look as big on camera as it really is in person, but they're over 8 feet high. They'll eventually relocate to the top of the stage. I'm actually sitting right by the stage right now, but those will move to the top of the stage. And they're actually going to be mounted on wheel platforms that can be spun around. So we'll have performers on those doing some cool things later on in the evening on Saturday. So we've really tried to utilize our tools and the things that we've already made and used and figure out new ways to incorporate them into this event throughout the promotional period to make them stand out and give them new life here on the floor for the actual event. So it's really been fun and collaborative, and it's just been neat having those moments where we find something like, oh my gosh, we can do this with this, or we can do that with that, and it really is just kind of being creative, no pun intended, in utilizing our materials and what we have access to really make a big splash without, hopefully, mostly without, going crazy over budget when it comes to trying to figure out how to outfit an event on this scale. So yeah, it's been really fun doing those type of things.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely sounds very exciting, seeing all the details come to life and just being creative and having all the ideas that you have in your head coming to life here. And so when we talk about, creating this platform for the community and the performing arts community, can you tell me a little bit about what the response has been from, just attendees, but then also, what this has meant for the performing arts community?
I can think back on the last event that we had in 2022. We do this event every other year. And some of the messages that I was flooded with after that event were really, really heartwarming because, we have a lot of avenues for media in this city, and there's a lot of people that do really amazing things and that really carry the torch for, an aesthetic that the Shreveport Bossier area gives people who reside here and people who visit here. They are really the true culture bearers of our community. Without artists and without that creative scene and without music and without camaraderie and without creativity and without all of those things that you pull into the whole picture of a community, those things really are bland without the people that are involved in setting the stage for that type of that type of thing for a community. So when we have events like this and people who, we'll have people that everyone has heard of, and then we'll have people that no one has heard of, and it's unique in the sense that we're able to give a platform to people who really feel like they've wanted to be seen, that they wanted a seat at the table, and they want someone to recognize the hard work and the passion that they're putting in to what they do. And they go through the motions of doing all of these beautiful things and creating such beautiful moments through their craft, and not really always having someone shine a light on them. And that's what we really love about what we do, is because we can utilize our talents in a way to give these people an opportunity to be seen by people who may not have ever even had an opportunity to know that they existed. And that comes from personally from me as well, because I'm a creative at the end of the day, as well. And it really is important for me to have an outlet to show the community and to, funnel my own creative vibe and energy through the things that I love and want to experience and share with everyone else. So I think that, to circle back around to what you're asking, that is usually the biggest feedback that I get from these type of events, is that we love that you're doing this. Shreveport Bossier needs this. We need more of these type of events to bring more people to the table. And I love that we're able to, give people a moment. And there, I don't want to always be, I'm not the only one, and I don't want to always be the only one. I want to kind of set a trend and a movement for giving, these people an opportunity to shine. And that's what I really love about what we do.
Yeah, no, it's definitely such a beautiful event. And you talk about it with such passion, right? Because this means so much to you, and you can hear it in your voice, and it's amazing. Like, it's creative, so it's so many people from performing arts, as we mentioned, but artists, as you also have the backdrop behind you, dancers and singers and painters and so many more people in our community that will be highlighted through this event, which is so amazing.
Absolutely.
And if you have been inspired, for anyone watching, to go attend the Creative Ball 2024 this weekend, you can buy a ticket for $75. Correct me if I'm wrong, if there are more tickets available, and you can get them on their website as well. Is that correct, James?
Yes, you can go to thecreativemag.net and there's a link directly on the front page, the main page, homepage, where you can go to your ticket link there, or you can go follow us on Facebook, and there are several links all over our Facebook page where you can get to the right ticket information. So yeah, absolutely. Technically we're sold out, but we've left the link open because I believe in it that much. Like, if you've been holding off, if you haven't gotten your ticket, I want people to be able to get a ticket all the way up until the last minute.
The more the merrier. The more the
The
merrier.
more the merrier.
I
Yeah,
love
absolutely.
it. Well, thank you again so much, James. It was so nice to hear about this event and hear the mission
Thank
behind
you. I
it.
appreciate having the opportunity to talk about it.
Of course. All right, you guys. And as James mentioned, you can find all those links on their website. But of course, we'll help you out. You can find those links on our website, ktalnews.com. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.